Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Tonight, I honestly, I ran into some difficulties getting the story ready, so I'm going to dig in behind the paywall and release Quantum Part 3, which has been on Patreon for a while, but most people haven't heard it. And there's one person in particular who keeps asking for it, so, that's what you're going to get tonight. Now, if you want other exclusive episodes, which mostly, honestly, are made up of the novel Unbound Superhero Academy, well, you can join me on Patreon as well. But now on to the story. We're going to do Quantum Part 3. So for those of you who don't remember, the premise in this universe is that you found a quantum computer. It helped you build a big 3D printer and a little system that can turn garbage or pretty much any matter into 3D printing material to make anything you can desire. I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, up to this point we've made a flying scooter and a submarine, as well as the 3D printer itself. As usual, get as comfy as you can in those beds, close your eyes, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. You wake up in your own bed. You get up and look around you. Over to the side of the room is Quantum, the little computer that knows pretty much everything. Good morning, Quantum, you say. Good morning, Quantum responds. How are you today? I'm doing great. What do you think we should do today? I know we've built the flying scooter and, of course, the submarine, but I'm not sure what we should work on next. I have several ideas, Quantum responds. If we eventually want to start producing really large and cool things, we will need a more efficient way to gather matter. Oh, that's a good idea, you respond. What kind of large and cool things do you have in mind? Well, for example, I thought we could create an underground base. But in order to do that, we'll need lots of material, and it would probably be a good idea to build some helper robots as well. Oh, that sounds really cool. All right, what should we do to get more garbage or material or whatever it is we need? That is an excellent question. I have done extensive research on this planet, and I have discovered an abundance of garbage and floating plastic in the Earth's oceans. Yeah, I saw some of that when we were using the submarine. What do you think we can do about it? Well, I suggest equipping the submarine with a garbage collection system. We can use that to clean up the ocean and fulfill our goals at the same time. Oh, that does sound like a pretty cool idea. All right, well, we have the submarine already. What do you think we have to add to it? Putting it on display. On Quantum's computer screen, there's suddenly a picture of the submarine. But now, the submarine has a large attachment to the front of it, and some other type of attachment on the back as well. The mechanism on the front is the garbage collector, and the new things on the back are energy storage devices. Oh, what are the energy storage devices for, you ask? Well, I was thinking we should equip the submarine with a deatomizer, the same device that's present in my 3D printer and is able to break down matter into its component atoms. The energy storage devices store all of the energy collected. When we bring them back to the 3D printer, We can use them to build almost anything you could imagine." "Oh, that sounds like a great idea. Let's get to work." Once again, Quantum initiates the 3D printer and begins printing the component parts for the submarine's collector and energy storage devices. Like before, you take the rocket scooter, head high up into the sky, and out to the local garbage dump and junkyard to get a whole variety of different things that can be broken down for atoms. Once you return with a huge trailer load of metal and plastic and garbage, you begin to load it into the deatomizer. It makes it glow a bright yellow color before breaking it down into pure energy. Next, you grab the backpack that folds out into the submarine and take it outside your house. You find a place with enough space, and a place that's a little bit hidden from other things. You place the backpack on the ground and press the button on the side of it. The submarine folds out from the backpack at pretty amazing speed. Then, bit by bit, you grab all the component parts that Quantum prints, and you start assembling the garbage gatherer on the front of the submarine. Quantum makes it pretty easy. In fact, you barely need instructions at all, because all of the components he designs are designed to just kinda snap right together as soon as you bring them to the submarine. You spend a large part of the day grabbing the parts and snapping them on to the submarine, but before too long, you have a really cool design. It looks like a submarine with a gigantic snowplow on the front. Only, the snowplow's not solid. It's made of interlocking pieces of metal. It's perfectly designed to catch things like plastic and garbage and filter out the ocean. The plow on the front is angled and designed in a way that all of the garbage collected will slide to a huge hole in the middle. The hole sucks all of the garbage in, breaks it back down into its component parts, atoms, of course, and transfers it to the storage tanks which are sitting on the back of the submarine. There's 6 individual tanks, each one designed to be just light enough for you to carry. Quantum could have made a bigger tank, but it wouldn't have fit inside the 3D printer you have, and he needed you to be able to carry it. "All right, Quantum, it looks like we're ready to go." "Almost," says Quantum. "I've designed one more thing. Check it out." You go back to the 3D printer, and you see it just turning off, leaving a little block in the center of it. "Please connect the block to my control panel." Okay. You take the little block of metal and head back towards Quantum. Quantum shoots a little cord out of himself. You grab the cord and you plug it into the same sized outlet on the little block. As soon as you do, you witness a transfer of energy from the quantum computer and through the little block. Then, the block turns on, and a screen with a little picture of Quantum appears. "Hello, and surprise! I wanted to come with you directly, so I made myself a mobile body. It's perfectly connected to my main body." Cool. So you can be here or there? "That's exactly right," Quantum explains. "And I can transform into a couple very easy-to-carry devices. Watch this," Quantum says, as he suddenly transforms into something that resembles a giant wristwatch. It forms itself around your arm, the screen still pointing up towards you with Quantum's smiling face. "Now it's time to go," Quantum says. "Okay. I guess we'll go together." You head back out into the backyard. When you get to the submarine, You press a button on the side of it that causes it to fold back into a backpack. Now, the backpack is a little bit larger than it was before, but it's still impressively lightweight. You pick it up and slug it over your back, and extra metal straps seem to attach themselves to you. It's as if the backpack perfectly forms to your back, and it feels kinda comfortable. Next, you climb on your rocket scooter. You pull back on it as you twist the handle, and you zoom up into the air. You fly high above the world. You pass over cities and towns, forests and lakes and rivers, until you eventually come to the ocean. Then you continue to fly over vast, vast areas of ocean. Soon, Quantum leads you to a little island in the middle of the Pacific. You land on the little desert island with a single coconut tree in the center of it, and you climb off the rocket scooter. You pull the backpack off of your back, you get over near the water, and you press the button on it, throwing it up into the air. Very quickly, your submarine expands, with its new plow folded out and its new energy tanks on the back. You climb inside the submarine, and you begin to head out into the ocean. This time, instead of going deep below the sea, you keep your head sticking out at the top of the submarine as you and Quantum blast across the waves and above the surface. Before long, you find something that looks like an island or a garbage dump or, well, a gigantic thing of plastic floating garbage. And it goes on as far as your eye can see. How big is this patch of garbage, you ask? That is very interesting. The Pacific Garbage Patch spans an estimated surface area of 1.6 million square kilometers. That's about 617,763 square miles. That's roughly 3 times the size of France. 3 times the size of France? That's horrifying. But at least it'll provide enough material for the sub. Yes, it will. This should provide enough material to build almost anything we want. Now all we have to do is collect it. Okay, I guess we better get started. You expand the plow on the front of the submarine to its largest width. You had no idea how much garbage you were going to find here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. The big plow on the front collects bits and bits of plastic, and slowly, because of the shape of the plastic works its way into the center. It's then sucked up by a little suction device in the center and turned into pure energy, or basic atoms anyways. Things are going pretty well when you notice something in the distance. Is that what I think it is? Oh no. I believe you're detecting a large group of seagulls coming this way. I was afraid of that. Is it just me, or are they coming directly for us? I believe you are correct. They seem to be headed directly here. I would recommend getting inside, unless you'd like to develop a close connection with bird poop. Ew, of course not. You duck down inside the submarine immediately and close the hatch on the top. As soon as you do, tons and tons of seagulls begin to fly overhead, dropping their little bombs of poop everywhere. That's disgusting. Are they attacking us or something? you ask as the submarine automatically clears the debris away from the windshield. It's possible that we are disturbing their habitat. The birds then begin to land on the submarine. They start biting away at the front of it and breaking little pieces of metal apart. You didn't think they'd be strong enough to do that, but it seems with enough birds and enough power, they may be able to do some damage to the submarine. Quantum, do you have any bright ideas about how to fight these birds off? You ask. Yes, I do. I have equipped the submarine with several high-powered water cannons. I will put them on a lower pressure that will not harm the birds. You can aim and distract the birds from the device. Alright, that sounds kind of fun. You promise it won't hurt them long term or anything like that? I promise. I will set the pressure perfectly. Okay, here we go. 2 giant water guns pop out of the top of the submarine. A little hatch opens up in the control panel, and a joystick pops out with a large red button on the top of it. On the screen in front of you, a crosshair appears. You play around with the joystick and you find that as you move it, the crosshair on the screen moves as well. This must be how you target things. You aim the crosshairs at a large cluster of birds that are trying to pick apart the submarine, and when you press down on the button, a huge stream of water suddenly shoots out at them. The birds immediately get up and fly away. It scares almost all of them out of the way. You spin around behind you and you start to do the same thing. As the birds circle in the air, you aim up at them and you spray the water cannons as well. Before too long, the seagulls give up entirely and fly away in the other direction. I think we did it. Thanks, Quantum, you say. You're welcome. Good aim, partner. Quantum responds. Thanks. And I have good news. The energy tanks seem to be completely full. Oh, cool, but there's so much more garbage here. Yes, there is. This place is absolutely disgusting. But for now, let's head home. Alright. You press a button on the console, causing the plow on the front of the submarine to fold back into itself, and then you press forward on the throttle, once again skipping above the water instead of underneath it. As you drive, you decide to play around with the controls a little bit. As the submarine jumps off the water, you press down on the controls and dive into the water with the next jump. Then you jump out of the water again by pulling back, and you begin to steer the submarine like a dolphin jumping up and down out of the water, dropping below it, popping above it, and it's pretty amazing fun. Until you see the island that you landed on in the first place with your rocket scooter still sitting there, all alone in the middle of the ocean. You get out of the submarine and step off onto the side of the island. As you press the button on the submarine, causing it to fold back into its normal backpack shape, you find that the backpack is a lot heavier when you try to pick it up. In fact, it's so heavy that you can't pick it up at all. Quantum, did this thing get heavier? Yes, it did. You have just collected tons and tons of matter. It may be in a compact form, but its weight cannot change. Then how are we going to get this home? You ask. Don't fret. I have equipped your rocket scooter to be able to collect it directly. Climb aboard. You climb aboard the rocket scooter, and you carefully fly it up in the air. You float it down above the backpack that's now incredibly heavy, and you just kind of float there. I'll do the honors. Quantum says. Suddenly, like a magnet, the backpack shoots up off the ground and slams into the bottom of your hover scooter. The hover scooter seems a little more sluggish, but it can clearly handle this kind of weight. You pull back on the scooter and twist the handle as far as you can, and almost as easily, the rocket scooter blasts off into the air, high above the clouds and over the ocean once again. Again, you fly over the ocean until you find the coastline. From there, you head directly home, once again passing over forests and rivers and lakes, cities and towns, until you come to a familiar landscape, the place you live. You land in front of your house and drop the giant heavy backpack on the ground outside, before landing separately on your hover scooter. Quantum, how are we even gonna get the tanks inside now, you ask? Don't worry, fold the submarine back out, Quantum orders. You do as he says, and the submarine folds back out, revealing its different energy storage devices. I had a little energy left over. While you were gone, I had it print one of those helper robots I was talking to you about. Check this out. The door to your house opens up, and out flies a little helper robot. It's not very big, but it floats in the air with ease. It heads over to the energy storage tanks, magnetically seems to latch onto them, and easily flies up in the air and into the house. It repeats the process 6 times, until the submarine's totally empty. You fold it up once again and carry it inside yourself, placing it at the side of your bedroom. You're starting to realize that if you're going to continue this venture, you will need a bigger area to do it. I guess you're going to have to build a secret underground base, something big enough to house all of this equipment. But that's a thought for another day. Quantum, I better get to sleep, you say. That was a really long day and more work than I expected. Understood. While you're sleeping, I plan to make some more helper robots and then get started on the underground base. Okay. You do that. Understood. Quantum whirs to life, and the 3D printer begins to move back and forth, printing new metallic objects out of the energy you've created. You lay down in your bed, pull the covers up over top of yourself, and you allow your eyes to close. With each breath, you start to sink down into the mattress. You notice anywhere you're holding tension, starting with your feet and your hands and your arms and your legs, and you just let the tension melt away. And the deeper you go, the better you feel. And the better you feel, the deeper you go. Until your mind begins to wander off to thoughts of new dreams and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.